Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Gina Jumesi here, where on this internet streets I talk about everything regarding trauma, healing from narcissistic, abusive, chaotic, inconsistent, all the in between, and how to reduce your staying in. Should I go? Should I stay? And how to level up after getting out of a pretty traumatic relationship or chaotic relationship. Follow me for more videos like this. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's get right into it. And today we're going to talk about what to look out for if you're looking or considering getting with an African man, because you think maybe it might be a better option for you than the other cultures. Okay, you got it be ready, buckle up, and let's get some perspective before you make that decision. Okay, bye.
Dating African men in Thailand is not for the weak. And I've been living here for almost 14 years, since I was 16 years old, so I know what I'm talking about. African men, specifically West African men, even more specifically Nigerian men, they will spoil you. You have not known a love until you've dated one of them. They are the kings of care and affection and attention. They will take you shopping. They will buy you all the food in the world. Y'all know we love that, okay? They will take you all over the world. They will make you feel like you're the only girl in the world. Little did you know, in fact, you're not the only girl in their world. Story time. So I was dating this guy here in Bangkok, and tell me why, February 14th, Valentine's Day, we spent the day together. And on the 14th of February, I found out he had 14 other women. And one of the women was his wife. When he had traveled while we were together, he actually went back to Nigeria to get married. So we were. So that brings me to my next point. These guys typically have families back home, okay? I'll tell you another story. I knew of a guy, known him for at least 3 years. Every time I saw him, he was with the same girl, same Thai girl, all right? So I'm like, this is his girlfriend. Like, he's a committed man, all right? Tell me why, y'all. And he was like, oh,
Yeah, I need to start packing. I'm going to Nigeria. I need to pack some things for my wife and kids.
What? That brings me to my next point. These men use the local women for opportunities. And it's not just them, okay? It is all men in Thailand. Black, white, yellow, orange, blue, pink, and purple, okay? Now, disclaimer, not all of these men that come to Thailand are going to use a woman, but a lot of them do. Now, because Thai law does make it difficult for most people to own things 100%, you do need a Thai partner. And for these men, it just makes it easier if their partner is someone that they're sleeping with. Overall, my advice, ladies, for dating African men in Thailand, just run. It's like, nah, just joking. Some of them can actually be really good men, but just remember that spoiling I said they do in the beginning, it can actually be love bombing. So if they tell you on the second date, I love you, run. That's it, y'all. Hit all these buttons for me, and don't forget to comment your experience dating in Thailand or dating an African man anywhere in the world, because I have a feeling that it's the same no matter where you are in the world. But specifically to Thailand, I feel like that opportunist attitude really shines through. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.
Forget the gym, forget dieting. If you want to lose weight, get with a Nigerian man. I beg. Hey, oh God. They go add stress to your life. You will never know peace again. Everybody be like, oh, I want me a Nigerian man. I want me a Nigerian man. You like stress. You like problems. You will never eat again. Your mouth will be close like this, because you will be putting stress in your life. They are so toxic. Toxicity king. You'll be living in a toxic waste dump if you are dating a Nigerian man. They're fine. Don't get me wrong. They be fine. They be delectably fine. But baby, they will add stress to your life. You will never know peace again. You'll be going through emotions. Hey, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling? Because you're with a Nigerian man. They're never gonna give you peace, baby. You can like them for the aesthetic, but baby, to be with them, you will lose weight because you'll be stressed. The fuck you thought this was?
Let me talk to you, ladies. Before you make that move, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, generally, and from a clinical standpoint, misogyny, societal conditioning, what I've seen client for so many years as a psychiatric nurse practitioner, doing med management, therapy, coaching for both genders, and having seen patients from different cultures, including Africa, seen Caucasians, seen Asians in clinical practice and also from personal experience perspective wise. In these videos, we are sharing experiences on what you need to consider if you're looking to date or marry an African man, especially Ghanaian, Nigerian man. They're a whole different beast. And what I've seen clinically is that, like I always say, narcissism, I know it's like a term now that people use, so, casually. I tend to not use it too much, but I bring it forth in some of my perspectives and breakdowns to consider. It's literally in spectrum, right? So, and we all have a level of narcissism within us, women, men. But when the spectrum is really going into like really moderate to high, that's where that lack of empathy, lack of care, the selfishness, the entitlement, the complete disregard for humanity becomes an issue. Like you're trending towards psychopathy. If I clinically have to sit with majority of African men, I will use the DSM-5 and I will diagnose them with some level of spectrum of narcissism. Most of it is called learned behavior, and from what culturally most of these men have seen their fathers, their grandfathers, their uncles, their friends portray, especially when it comes to dealing with women. Now, you have to buckle up, girls, ladies, if you want to go on Dirty December and grab one for yourself or explore the continent of Africa and try to find your boo, okay, your boo tang. You gotta be kind of ready for it. I had to put my sunglasses on to do this video, girl, because, okay, buckle up. You have to be ready to have courage to go through some storms, like up and down. Like it's like you're just like being blown up and down. The gaslighting, well, first of all, the love bombing is real. Like, ooh, they got the words for you, okay? They will treat you to it, and you'll be thinking, if you haven't healed or you yourself are not providing yourself the things you need and you're thirsty, desperate, or really kind of coming off from a place of wanting to be provided for, you're a pick me. Okay, like your mindset is like, oh, and you want a man, but you shouldn't be in a place as a woman to need a man to meet your basic needs, at least that. Anyways, you have to be ready to do some rough rides. Okay, you have to be ready. Your resilience has to be on point. You have to be ready to face some difficulties where you're gonna need courage. Courage. Okay, let me drink to that. You have to be ready for lots of lies. Lots of lies. Now, I'm not just disclaimer, not all African men, but some. What's out there is what I'm talking about. I'm saying what I'm saying and just the truth. You can be in Delulu land or have limerence for potential of this person, or you have limerence about the first few months or years of meeting him, and you're working so fucking hard to get back to that point. You never get back because it was just love bombing. It was just the way they were thought and conditioned to get a woman. As a woman, a lot of men have you as a status symbol based on whatever beauty or whatever you have to offer, education, whatever family you're from. Many come into relationships very transactionally. So your labor, your childbearing, or your cooking, your cleaning, your ability to entertain them, be their therapist, their administrative person, their secretary, their taxi, all of it. So you got to be ready for that love bombing and then breadcrumbing and your limerence and the lies, the denial. That song that says, you caught me on the couch doing blah, blah, blah. I can't remember the artist. But they will literally tell you it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, no, that's my brother. We look alike. Oh, no, that was not a girl. That whoever you saw was like my cousin, my sister. They always have sisters, by the way. So you just got to be ready for that whole wishy-washy, okay? So lies, cheating, they have polygamous mindset, so you have to be ready for that. Okay, you have to be ready for that. Okay, you're gonna be mostly like a means to an end for them, an object in their home, You have to be ready to like really be strong in advocating for yourself in things, especially when it comes to property, things like that. You have to be ready for the backlash of extended family, in-laws, the legions, the flying monkeys, especially if that man has status or has come off to become somebody in the family. So those are my points. So just be ready for the lies, the cheating, and the in-laws, the inconsistencies. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Not all, I want to say, but majority, what's out there is that. So do with it as you wish, but be ready. Pick your poison. So if your needs are being met in one way, stick with it. If you're losing yourself, you're chipping away at yourself, then you have to consider, should I stay, should I go? And how do you go? You got to go well. So follow me for more videos like this. Let me know your perspective. Okay, bye. Love you. Mwah.
The worst thing about dating an African man is his mother, the one that knows about everything, and you're the one that don't know anything. The same one that comes to you and say, my daughter, how are you? Oh, my love. Meanwhile, he got a whole nother family in the background, the wife in the village, the woman that he's sending money to, the woman and kids that he's taking care of. As soon as the African man's mother say, our wife, just mind your business. You are not the only woman. His mother will pretend to love you. Meanwhile, she's in the background searching for him a whole nother wife. His mother will be making your food and be on WhatsApp talking to his other wife. And as soon as you find out, she's going to act like you're delusional, like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The other worst thing about dating an African man is the people that contact him on WhatsApp for money. Of course that man is in the USA. He's rich. They don't care about what kind of bills he has to pay. All they know is that he got to send money back home. And once one person knows he's sent money, the whole entire Africa's gonna call him. Even people that he's never seen for 20 plus years. And don't let them see that that man has an American woman. The price will increase. And if it's a white teen woman, the price will triple.
Nigerian men were created for Nigerian women. Before you come for me, just know that I've been collecting data for the last 8 years. Okay, so I'm not just talking out of my ass right now. I mean the aggression, the misogyny, the infidelity, the manipulation, the narcissism, the oppression, you name it. Now I can see you clicking already. Before you put your fingers on that keyboard talking about not all, I'm gonna need you to pause, take a step back, and find another argument that makes you a little less Captain Obvious, okay? Now here's the reason why I say Nigerian men are for Nigerian women. It's because the women to some extent have been groomed, raised, prepared for the Nigerian man experience, okay? For those of you that think that you're gonna come in and be God's strongest warriors, you're gonna learn the hard way. The only non-Nigerian women that survive with Nigerian men are the pearls of the world, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, if your thing is just to get spoiled, I've also heard a lot of women to talk about how Nigerian men are generous and they know how to spend on their women, and if nothing else, they'll take care of the household. That's a weak argument too, because is your peace of mind worth that Birkin bag? If you can even afford it, that is. Is dating a man that wants to spend on you worth your sanity? Is it worth being someone's property? I don't think so. As I always say, do what you want. This is just your fair warning to know what you're getting into. Understand the cultures of the men that you're involving yourself with. That's it.
Things I learned dating African men as an African American woman, part 1. Now listen, do I recommend you dating an African man as an African American woman? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Girl, you gotta be tough. You gotta be tough. But we're gonna talk about the good things for right now. We ain't gonna talk about, we gonna get there. First thing I learned, how to be quiet, how to relax, how to really be able to turn my brain off. Like, it wasn't until I dated my first African man that I realized what it felt like to have a man that's in control of like every situation. Like, not in a bad way, but just like in a leadership way. Like, they come with a lot of authority and a lot of like confidence that allows you to kind of like turn your brain off because your man got it. Like, he'll tell you what time to be there. He might even tell you like dress nice, what to wear, not what to wear, but like, you know, like he just handles things. And I didn't get that experience with African American men. Like, y'all gonna want to fight me and tussle, but I said what I said. Like, they come with an assertiveness. Like, you don't even have to speak much. Your man just got you. Like, African men I found come with that. Now, I'm not talking about if this is a general thing, and I'm not saying I've learned this from one experience, not two, not three. I'm not coming at you with misinformation. These are things that I know. These are things that I've experienced.
One thing about a motherfucking African, one thing about an African man, well, there's really three things, but that one thing is, if he call your phone and you don't answer, he gonna call your phone 0.2 seconds after you don't answer. Did you not see my call? Did you not see my call? Can I get a damn second?
This is what I've learned from being married to an African man. The biggest thing to know, especially as you're getting married or considering getting married, is for us here in America, generally, when you get married, it's considered to be a union between two individuals. It's you as an individual marrying this person who is also an individual. And you decide everything between the two of you, and it's all about you two. In my husband's culture and in many other African cultures, that's not really how it's looked at. It's looked at more as a union between two families. So it's very important that the two families, as much as possible, get to know each other, get to understand each other, exchange phone numbers, and, communicate back and forth. It's much more important to them that your family approves of your spouse and that your spouse's family approves of you and gets to know you. When you have the actual wedding, representation from both sides of the family is extremely important.
All right, things I learned dating African men as an African American woman, part 2. Y'all been waiting for this. All right, dealing with African men is quite the experience. I'm going to say that. Like I said, do I recommend you date them? Not necessarily, okay? Proceed at your own risk, okay? But what I will say is I learned is they are true hustlers. True hustlers, true hard workers. When I say if you get next to an African man long enough, if you leave that man without learning something, without learning a new source of income, getting some type of encouragement on like how to get to a new bag, girl, you did yourself a disservice. I get with an African man taking notes. Thank you. I'll be writing down. It's something very attractive about the way they get to money. Like, it's never one source. Like, it's never one source. When one thing is dying out, they already got something else coming. You could say that's just a hard-working man. Nah, that ain't every man. Some men go to work and that be it. These men, they might have a job, several hustles, several investments. They got a lot of stuff going on. It's never all of their eggs in one basket. It's never that. They are true hustlers, true providers. Black American men can be lazy. They can be lazy. These men, they come from wherever countries they come from, because y'all not gonna beat me up. They come from Africa, from different countries, and they come ready to work, ready to hustle, ready to get to a bag. And I love that for them.
This is a PSA for all of my fellow American women who are dating or considering marrying an African man. When you get married, if you change your name, just know that people are about to butcher that thing. They're about to butcher it. Okay, I have to deal all day with people mispronouncing my new last name. And it's not even that hard, but somehow nobody can say the name. It's not hard. Like, sound it out. It's easy.